Well, this is going to be a video that I don't think there's any video on YouTube about this, at least not in detail how to do it. This is going to be taking the body control module out of a 1999 Sebring convertible. You can see it's convertible top. I assume 96 to 2000 is going to be the same. Even 2001 to 2006 is going to be similar. So, just to show you where it is, you're going to have to take off the dash and also this lower kick panel, whatever you want to call it. The fuse box is right there. Now, this blue thing is actually your body control module, your BCM, and you got to take the fuse box out. I believe there's one bolt on the top, two on the bottom. We'll get to that. And what I'm going to do with this is, I'm not sure if the BCM is bad, the body control module is bad, but it's doing some weird things. It actually was always working a little bit strange, like in wet weather, the wipers would not shut off, or they'd have, like, only in wet weather, or if you hit them like once to do one wipe, it would keep going for like 4 or 5 times. And then recently the radio gave me problems, and then when I'm going to start the car, the driver's window was going down. So a lot of crazy problems like that. And also the cruise control light was coming on when I was trying to start the car, and there was a couple times the car wouldn't start. I tried the key a few times. With the body control module, once you get the car started, it won't affect the power control module, but the body control module could affect you not getting the car started. So let's get into this. We'll show you details step by step. Now, the first thing to do is you got to remove this trim piece. You got to go all around the edge of this with a screwdriver very carefully. You can see it's got these clips, 1, 2 clips on the top, 1 on the bottom. That's more towards the right side. And you know, if you're just removing the radio, you're only going to have like 2 bolts, one here and here, and the radio would come out. You just unhook it, and this is a very easy radio to remove. This wire here is actually because I have an FM adapter on the back of the radio for the Sirius playing, right? Music playing. So we'll just put this in the back. The next thing, we're going to take out all these screws. You can see where they are. I actually made them in white. So you got one here, one here. You don't have to take the radio out. 1, 2, 3. There's silver ones. I made them silver on the bottom. Then this whole thing just snaps out, but you have to remove the electrical connector from the back of the traction off button if you have one, and a computer if you have one. So the next thing would just be unscrewing these, and I'm going to put them in bags. This is going to be the main dash. All right, and this part I've done this a million times before, so it's easy. And I actually so I don't think this is going to be that hard. I'm just going to work on it for about an hour, then quit and take it up for later on. There's also a screw on the side of the dash over here. That's why I had to take this plastic cover off to get at it. And the rest, there's just like clips in here that hold it on. You just pull it straight out. Okay, so you can see this would be the top part of the dash. You can see all these little clips. They just press right in there. Like there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and that's it. And you got 5 screws up around by the radio area, and 1 on the side. So you just pull that out. You just pull it out straight. And then you have this was the computer, and this was the traction control button right there. You had to unclip them, 1 here, 1 there. Okay, you got to remove this lower piece. I guess you would call it a kick panel or something. So there's a screw here, 2. You see I painted them white, and 1 here. All right there. 1 on the top, and you got 1 on there, down there on the bottom. I don't know if that wire is for it, because I just put it back. I don't know if it's stock or whatever it is. And then there's 1 right here. Take these out. All right, this piece just snaps up in here, like over that. You know, when you put the other piece back in there, the one that's screwed in there. Now in mine, you can see there's you know, I don't know what they did here, if this is some custom modifications or something. I don't know, man. But what I'm doing now is, you see all these connectors, these go, this is the fuse box, right? This is your body control module right here. Now, there's another fuse box under the hood too, but this is like, by the way, this is your number 5 fuse. Like you pull this one, it's easy to get at. You see how it's out like that? If you want to like leave your car sitting for a long time and you don't want a parasitic drain from like the radio and the clock, you pull that fuse. They do that at the dealer and stuff. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to pull these out one at a time, and I'm going to plug them in again, but I'm going to spray them down with a little bit of this stuff, WD-40 rust penetrant. I found that this makes for like very good electrical connections, and I don't think the problem would be with the fuse box per se, where there's a bad connection, but it could be bad connection to the BCM. Now, if I got a bad BCM, I got a problem, because body control module, because I got all the dealer part manuals on this thing and everything. The whole entire parts book does not list the BCM, the body control module. This is a transmission control module, the power control module, even a remote control module, everything, every other module except the body control module. And I don't even see where they rebuild them anymore. So, but if it is bad, I want to make sure I get the part number on it. So what we're going to do here, we're going to spray all these down. You know, these in here, and do them one at a time. Put them back in one at a time. As a matter of fact, before I pull the body control module off, if I can get at the bottom connectors, like the 20 pin connector, I don't think I'll pull it out though. We'll you know, give it a test run, see what happens here. Well, in my case, I think I see the problem. This wire was actually off of this connector. So let's see if I get another connector like that and plug one in. Give it a shot. All right, so I unplugged. This is the 20 pin. This is for like the accessories on the bottom of the body control module, which is that, I don't know if you can see it up there, it's a blue, the blue. That blue box, which is attached to the white box or off-white box, which is the fuse box. This one is for, this one back here, that's for the PCM, the power control module. What I did was I doused them down with some WD-40 penetrant, both sides. I'm going to reconnect them and give it a try. Now I saw these jumper wires are actually going to this, which is going to this, which doesn't go anywhere. So that could have been for some kind of accessory that they jumped off the battery control module. I don't know what, but it's no longer used. And I don't know. But I don't know, it's been working for years like that. So I guess when I put this back on, it doesn't matter, because, you know, but it could have been something. I don't know. We'll give it a shot. I'm gonna just reconnect the battery, but if it doesn't work right now, I don't know where I'm gonna get a body control module from. I don't know if I'm gonna if it works, I'm gonna probably just leave it alone. We'll see what happens. But you can see that's where the body control module is. You can see the bolt up here. You got to get it from the inside. There's a couple on the bottom, someplace. Yeah, right here. One there. You can see that tab. It goes right into there. Right there. And there's one on the other side there. So anyway, we'll see what happens. And I did this clip too, clean that one out. I don't know what this is. Let me check that number. Okay, so pull this down. There was two screws here and one on the bottom right there. They're 1/4 inch. Gotta get them from up in there. This is the body control module. That's the number I was looking for right there, I think. Looks like there's 2 screws and these 2 clips, and it pulls off. Well, here it is. That's the part I'm looking for. That's something else. This is the part right there. And it snaps snaps into here. So there's 2 screws that came out and 2 clips right here. And you got all these plugs. The plug's only going one way. Just so you get an idea of what's inside this, you know, it unsnaps. So you got, I don't know what this circuit board is. There's another circuit board there, but this is what it is. So you can check all these if there's anything broken or if there's any bad pins, or this is where it plugs into the fuse box here. You can look at any of these resistors if they're bad. I don't know. So, you know, I don't think anybody's recorded this on a, what do you call it, YouTube or anywhere. So there's that part number. I don't know what this is. You can see what that is. The part numbers on these right there. All right. There's this chip. Is that upside down? All right. So I don't know what's involved in rebuilding these things, because I don't see anything wrong with this, you know, where it says it's burnt, but something could have failed on it. Again, this was the part number on the outside. So I'm going to spray the WD-40 rust penetrant stuff on here, and all these things and pins and stuff, they look like they're clean to me, but so you got 1, 2. So this goes in. These are the bottom connections. These 2 are the bottom connections. And these are out the back. So you got 3 out the back. I'll actually show you something else, another diagram in the book. Okay, this is actually out of the dealer service manual, and you have, these are, this is all the body control manual, body control module pinouts. So there's like a, we'll take a look at this like better. There's like, I don't think this is, all right, this is the internal 12-way connector. This is going to the, I think that's going to the fuse box, right? And here's your door unlock, lock. You can see right here, right? Kind of not familiar. All right, so you can see this says 10-way connector right here, right? That's a 10-way connector. So that starts 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, right? That's a 10-way connector right there. This is a 22-way connector. I think these are on the bottom. These are the 2 on the bottom. This one's more towards the back of the module on the bottom. This is more towards the front, like in other words, more towards the seat on the car. I mean, this would be more towards the firewall on the bottom, on a firewall on the bottom. Then these would be in the very back. Now, you can see you got a pin, some looks like you got some going to the power control, the engine module, and the transmission control module. And ABS module. These are like, that's in the back of the BCM, like towards the firewall. There's like, I think there's 4 connectors back there. So I'm kind of just going over this so you can take a look real slow, you know, what all these pinouts are, and just get it back, do it like this till, I don't know if that focuses in good enough. You can actually take a screenshot of that. So, and here they're showing you like some of these are grounds. You know, green, tan, sensor ground. I don't know, green, yellow, tan or something. I don't know what that stands for. That's GY. I don't know if that, you know, that's something to do with the color. You know, this is right front. You know, that RF is right front door lock. But here they're telling you it's an orange-white wire, right? It's a pink. And that's the right front door unlock, right? I'll tell you the truth, I think these body control modules are stupid, and problem is I think most of the features in the cars are stupid. I mean, if you got to have emissions and airbags, fine, or anti-lock brakes, fine. You don't need all this other garbage. This is like, you know, we didn't need a body control module, controller wipers or heating or air conditioning. We don't need, even when you had power door locks and power seats, you didn't have a body control module. This is just garbage to make your car unfixable, basically, because they don't even sell these parts anymore. And I read, I'm going to probably make this into a much longer video. We're going to put this back in, see if it works after, you know, clean up all these connections. I don't think it is. I'm going to try to get the mileage. I think it's 265,000. I was looking online for places that repair these, and I found a couple, 3 places in Florida. 2 of them had like 90% 1-star ratings. Almost all the ratings are 1-star, and one of them had like more than half their ratings were 1-star. So I'm like, man. I'm going to tell you right now, just to get to the cut to the chase, this module I think is the same part number for the 98 and 99 Sebring, whether it's got a security system or not. The difference is they program, it's the same part number, they just program something in there for your key fob, and I think also your security system in your ignition, right? So what I think you could do is you could take the power control module and program it so it's not, it doesn't have a security system, and then you want to have either basically remove the skim, which is that little ring that goes around the key. It's got a ring that goes around the key. It's a magnetic sensor that picks up off your key fob chip, and it's wired into your engine computer, right? You want to disconnect that, actually remove it, put it in a PCM, the PCM that's programmed for no security system. And then I think you could just swap out a body control module, because I think 99 and back, if it's 2000 and up or 2001 and up, I think you're screwed. You gotta go have it programmed. But 99 and back, I heard you don't have to have it programmed unless you got the security system in it. But I guess if you delete the security system, you're cool. But you'd have to do that in the engine module. Now, I'm gonna find that's just gonna be kind of a learning experience for me. But you know, the problem is the cars are getting worse and worse and worse. They're not getting better. So, you know, I'd rather have a 1932 Ford with trailer fenders on it or something like that, lowered with a little 305 or 283 small block Chevy in it or something, or whatever, a 302 Ford and 4-speed manual transmission and posi traction, and mess around with any of this garbage they got today. I wouldn't even want a 50s car, you know. So like a 30s stripped down, 30s or 40s stripped down hot rod. Don't even like any of this garbage you got today. So, but I got all the books on this. But oh yeah, so here you got, here's you got your 22 way pin connector, and this is the one on the bottom of the body control module towards the firewall. It's a big one, right? And this is your, I don't know what this is. I guess this is something else. This is something else. So here they're showing the body control module, which is attached into the what you call it, the fuse box, right? So yes, this body control module, you can't really bypass this thing because, you know, I'm saying you might be able to bypass, you might be able to delete the security system, but this controls all your instrument panel and everything too, your gauges and all this other garbage. So let me talk to you. It shows you the courtesy map, the door jar garbage. You know, to me, it's stupid garbage, really. You know, stupid thing chimes if your door's not closed all the way, and stupid garbage like that. So I mean, I just put some of this. Yeah, power top inhibit. This is something I think when you if you're going like 10 miles an hour or more than that or something, whatever it is, you can't operate the top. You know, more retarded crap. Now this you definitely don't want. The VTSS, Vehicle Theft Security System. So this looks like, you know, some of it's on, there's one thing on a 22 pin connector, one's on a 10-way connector. It's not all one connector, right? It's it's sold to people. I say, hey, look at all the wonderful stuff your car can do. Now, when it breaks, you got to buy a new one. So if you're filthy rich, you just buy a new one. You're not filthy rich. So all the people, that's what you're gonna have. You're gonna have like 2% of the. We look at the Generation Z. How many people are driving cars of Generation Z? A hell of a lot less than when I remember when I was 17, I got a car before I got my license, and I was working on it. It was 62 Chevy Impala Super Sport convertible, man. I got it for $200. And maybe back then that was like $1,500 or something, but still, it ran. And I was working on it before I got my license. So nobody's doing that. These cars, but it was a lot simpler, It wasn't like this junk. So anyway, we'll try. We'll do a couple more things and see if it works. If not, I'll be going on the forums and I'll tell you what's going on, because I'll be sharing the information. And even though this video's been kind of long, I got a bunch of these manuals, but they're only so much useful because you got to have a scan tool. Well, we're going to be getting into that too. There might be a way to get a scan tool with a mini pod working off your laptop that works just like a scan tool, where it's not a code reader. It does a lot more. You can program stuff, so we'll see about that too. Let's see if we get anything. Oh, there's a door. There's your mileage, 265, 220. Cruise control lights on. Let's shut it off again. Sometimes that goes on. Oh, there it goes. No, wait a minute. See, it's all touchy. No. It's almost like the ignition switch is having a problem again. $265, $220. Huh. Let's see. Let's see if I get any stations. It's telling me something's wrong with here. I don't know. Huh. Yeah, the radio's not receiving nothing because here's first wave. That should be right there. That's something to do with this cruise control light. Shouldn't be on either. Remember, that was giving me a problem sometimes. Then I turned the key on a few times. It would see. Then it does that. See. Now the airbag light is on. Security light's on. Oh, there you go. See? See that? It's weird. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna send it in and see what happens. So I got the mileage there too. 265, 220. I don't know if you need that. And just disconnect the battery here. I'll probably send it into G7 Computers in New York State. G7 Computers. I looked at a lot of reviews and they're mostly good reviews. Even the reviews I saw that somebody reviewed them bad. They couldn't fix the part, so they refunded the money and they only charged the diagnostic fee. But some of these places have like 90% one-star reviews, so I'm not taking any of those places. So G7 Computers had mostly good reviews, so you're always gonna have some bad reviews, but mostly good. So okay, we'll see about that. I don't know if this is the problem, but could be. Seemed to help a little bit when I cleaned up everything, but I don't know. It's been giving me problems with I remember the wipers wouldn't shut when it was wet out. The wipers wouldn't shut off only when it was raining out. I don't know if it was the motor in there or something, but sometimes the radio would come. If I had the radio off, it would come on by itself. Sometimes when I turn the key on, the cruise control light would come on, and then I turn the key on and try it a few times. and the cruise control light would be off. Then this last time, it was like when I was going to start the car, the window would roll down, the driver's window. So, and then all the gauge lights would come on, and now it wouldn't start. So, and sometimes it was going to start and it would shut off when it was trying to start, and then I tried again, and then it would start. Then this last time it would start trying to start. It was having a lot of trouble starting, and because when you turn the key, it wouldn't turn over. You had to keep doing it. So it could be the BCM. So what they do is they're not going to be able to fix everything. What they do is they take like some of the resistors and capacitors and stuff, typical stuff that goes wrong, and they change that stuff out. And then your programming should still be in there, like your VIN number and your security code, whatever it is for your key fob. That should all be in there. So if you're taking it out of the same car, it should be plug and play if it's a common stuff that breaks on it. But if something more serious is broke on it, they're not going to be able to fix it. So they'll just do a diagnostic fee. So we'll see how this works out. But these parts are getting extremely hard to find. Like I have, I think this is the TCM here, the transmission control module. This one's for the auto stick. That's going to be very difficult to find if I have to ever forget that. The PCMs are easy to find. Then the other two modules are the ABS module and which anti-lock brake module, and the airbag module. But cars are getting infinitely worse, so just stick with, even this stuff isn't even as bad as what they got out today.